Dear scholars, through the previous videos, you came to know about what three visions Dr. Kalam stated for India and what he emphasized on, that is a dream of a 14-year-old girl. What is it? I want to live in a developed India. Kalam says to we all Indians that we must think to live in developed India. Let us see the activities given in English workshop based on the lesson. Here is the first activity. Complete Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's profile with information picked from the lesson. Here is the profile of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and for the same purpose some points are given over here. We have to write related information. First point, title. What title can be given? So you can write Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, or you can write the Missile Man of India, or something important and related to Dr. Kalam as a title. Next, profession. What was his profession? So it is missile scientist. Next, branch of science. So missile scientist is the branch of science related to physics and aerospace engineering. Next, important position in government held. So what is it? President of India. He was the 11th President of India. Next, his three visions for India. What are those? Freedom, development, and standing up. So this is all about the first activity. Let us see the next one. Using a dictionary or internet, note down the main differences between. So here you have to think of the main differences. You can use dictionary or internet. Let me give you an example. First, a developing nation and a developed nation. So developing nation means a nation which is industrialized more. Sorry, developing nation means a nation which is less industrialized and has lower capital lower per capital income, and developed nation means more industrialized nation and higher per capital income. So these are the two differences I mentioned about a developing nation and a developed nation. The same way you have to write main differences between the remainings. Next activity, find evidence from the lesson and write in your own words. First statement, Indians respect the freedom of others. It is the right statement, true statements. How it is right? For that purpose, you have to find the proof or evidence given in the lesson. What is the proof for this first statement? What is given about this in the lesson as a proof. Let me tell. We Indians, or our country India, has not tried to conquer any other country, to grab the land, the culture, and history of any country. We have not tried to force our way of life on others or any other country. This is the proof that Indians respect the freedom of others, or this is the proof for the statement Indians respect the freedom of others. So, the same way, you have to find evidence or proof for each statement given below. Fourth activity, pick out some sentences from the lesson that convey a general truth. Here is the example given. If we are not free, no one will respect us. So it is definitely true and it is general truth. If we are not free, no one will respect us. So to be respected, one must have a freedom first. Let me give an example. Only strength respects strength. So it is the another general truth. The same way, find out some more sentences that convey a general truth. Fifth activity, find out from the internet the poem Song of Youth by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Read that poem, and what you have to do now, here it is given. Copy it down in your notebook and write its theme in your own words. So first of all, browse on internet the poem, write that poem in your notebook or copy it down in your notebook, and reading it, understand what is the poem about. It means you have to write the theme of the poem in your own words. Next, using information from your school library or the internet. Prepare a profile of any great Indian scientist. Refer to activity 1 for points. So, whatever points used in the first activity to write about Dr. Kalam's profile, the same points you have to use to write about any other great Indian scientist. So think of any scientist and complete the profile. Sixth activity, say whether each of the verbs underlined below are finite or non-finite verbs. So let me tell you what is finite and what is non-finite. So finite means a verb which changes due to the change in the subject or in the tense, and non-finite means a verb which doesn't change due to the change in the subject or the tense. Let us discuss with the help of example. First, we lack the confidence to see ourselves as a developed nations. So here the word lack, the phrase to see, and the word developed are the three verbs in the first sentence. So we have to think of which one or which are finite and which one or which are non-finite. So as I told, let us change the subject. We lack. So here the subject we is the first person plural. Let's change it to the third person singular. So instead if I put he, what will be the sentence? He lacks the confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation. So as I change the subject, the verb lack became lacks, and the verb to see and develop remain same. So here in the first example, the verb lack is the finite verb and other two are the non-finite verbs. If you are confused about the subject, you can try changing the tense. So given sentence is in simple present tense, let us change into present continuous. We lack the self confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation. So how will it be in present continuous? We are lacking the confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation. So here the verb lack changed into lacking. So it is changing means finite, and the other two, to see and develop, remain same. So they are non-finite. So the same way, think of the verbs underlined in the other examples and find whether sorry find which one is finite and which one is non-finite. Seventh activity, phrases and clauses. Study the underlined groups of words. First, A, he wore a shirt made of cotton. B, he wore a shirt which was made of cotton. Next, before that, notice the change. The first part, he wore a shirt, remains same in both the examples, but the second part, there is change. What is it? Made of cotton, and here, which was made of cotton. So, what is this change about? That we have to think of as the phrase and as the clause. So, what is mean by phrase? So phrase is the group of words. What is its function? Merely refer to a concept or expression. They do not contain a subject or a main or principal verb. Such a group of words or unit of a sentence is called phrase. So, here in the first example, sentence A includes a phrase made of cotton. Why it is? Because this group of word doesn't include any subject. There are three words made of cotton. So the word made represents verb or looks like a verb of, which is preposition, and cotton, it is the noun. So as there is no subject, it is the group of word, we can say a phrase. What about the next? Which was made of cotton? Is it phrase? Let us see. Is there any subject? He wore a shirt which was made of cotton. So here in this group of words, the subject is which. So as this group of words include subject, it is the clause. So in short, phrase means a group of words which has some sense but not the complete sense and doesn't have any subject and the main verb. And on the other hand, clause means a group of words which has complete sense and includes subject and verb. So here in this example, the word which is the subject and the next was is the verb. So the same way, read other examples and think of whether the underline sorry how the underline phrase words or the group of words are phrases and clauses. So let us see the definition of clause over here. Each of the underlined groups of words in sentences marked B convey a thought, concept, and have a subject and a principle or a main verb. This this unit or part of a sentence is called a clause. I hope you all will understand the given explanation. Next one. So, whatever given up to this sentence, that is the information and examples of the phrases and the clauses. Now, what you have to do? Say whether the underlined parts of the following sentences are phrases or clauses. So, let me recall you. Phrase is a group of words which doesn't include subject and a main verb. And on the other hand, clause is the group of words that includes subject and a main verb. So let us think of the first example. From all over the world. These words are underlined. From all over the world. Is there any subject, or do you find any word as a subject? No. Is there any verb? No. So that the first example is related with the phrase. So here for the first you have to write the answer phrase. Next one, I believe. Do you think is there any subject? Yes. Here is the subject I and believe. What do you think? Is it a verb? Yes, it is verb. So here is the subject as well as verb. So the given example is of clause. In the same way, think of all the other examples and write which one is which one is phrase and which one is the clause. Here is the last activity. Replace the underlined phrases with clauses. First, do you know his place of birth? So here, his place of birth is the phrase over here. Now, what you have to do? You have to change this phrase into a clause. How will it be changed? Let me tell you. Do you know? This part will remain same. Do you know his place of birth? So his place of birth is showing the place only. So what relative pronoun can be used to join the first part and the second one? So that is, as it is the place, we have to use the word where. Now how will be the answer? Do you know where he was born? Next one. In his absence, the thieves looted his house. In his absence, it means he was not at home. He was absent. At that time, his house was looted. So, how will be the answer? So, as it is related to time, we will begin with the word when. When he was absent, the thieves looted his house. Remember, only underlined part will have the changes. Next and last, I am a citizen of India. How will be the answer of India? So, I am a citizen. This part will remain same. Of India. So, it is the information of the subject I. So as it is the information of the person, so we will use the word who. So how will be the answer? I am a citizen who belongs to India. So this is all about the activities given in English workshop based on the lesson Three Visions for India. I hope you all will understand the given explanation and accordingly you will do all these activities easily.